The spread of AI seems to be getting worse and worse with each passing day, but every once in a while, there's a little glimmer of hope for humanity. So apparently, YouTube is cracking down a lot more on these AI slop channels or channels that they just deem to be low effort channels on the platform, which I would say overall is a pretty huge win that at least one company, even though they use a ton of AI on their platform, are cracking down on people trying to pass off AI as their own work. Like, I've come across a whole bunch of videos that are just obviously written by ChatGPT and they're using an AI voice to just read the script, and there's obviously nobody on camera. It's just a bunch of garbage. And I know for a fact channels like these, they go on websites like YouTube Jobs or YT Jobs. They hire people, pay them dirt cheap wages because everybody in the video editing world is just desperate to get any work. I should know, I'm one of those people, but they pay people pathetic wages to edit these videos for them, and they just crank them out one after another, collecting huge bags of money. But apparently that's coming to an end. Now, this does hit home for me because, as I mentioned, I am a video editor, and I just recently basically got fired from a channel that was posting AI content. You can watch that video here. It's pretty funny. The channel that I was editing for was basically making AI music, and then they wanted me to make like music videos. And I did a couple different things. I did stock footage music videos, which took forever to try to find stock footage that was A, free, and B, that made sense with the lyrics of the songs. And then I did a couple like AI music videos, which are actually super expensive to make. So that was a complete waste of time considering the channel was an absolute dumpster fire. Most of their videos didn't get more than 50 views, which is why I ended up getting fired. They really thought they were just going to start cooking on the channel, like, oh, we're just making AI music and we can just post it and get thousands of views. It's just that easy. That may work for some channels, but it definitely wasn't working for them. And it doesn't look like that kind of nonsense is going to be working for anyone going forward. Now, according to the video that I watched, there is some like faceless YouTube channels that are being affected with this as well, which does suck. But I feel like YouTube is going to be able to tell when there's like an actual person behind the video. And I didn't really look into the channels that they were talking about being demonetized, and I don't even know if they mentioned them in the video. But I do know there's a lot of YouTube creators out there that have like 4 or 5 channels, and a lot of them are faceless. And what they'll do is they'll build up the channel and then sell them, which when I worked for that stupid AI channel, they actually bought one of those types of channels, which was unbelievably stupid. And funny enough, I actually considered making this channel a faceless YouTube channel. Obviously, you need to put something on the screen that's interesting for the audience to watch if you're going with the faceless route. And the stuff that I've been talking about on here, there's no way that I'm going to be able to fill the entire runtime with like, I don't know, stock footage or images. And if I was to do that, apparently YouTube would completely dump all over my channel. So I'm glad that I decided to just, show my face on here, even though that's probably not that interesting to watch, but I feel like it's better than just, throwing an image on screen and putting some voiceover behind it. But I don't know. Obviously, there's going to be some goods and bads with any decision YouTube makes, but I do think this is a step in the right direction for a company to actually put their foot down a little bit, considering almost every company is like going for the AI first, let's just let AI do all of our work for us. At least YouTube appears to be trying to keep this a human platform. After all, it is called YouTube. So, let's not just have a bunch of robots or people using robots to do all their work for them. Now, I don't think the use of AI is totally evil. I would honestly be completely fine if AI was completely wiped off the face of the earth at some point. But you know what? I don't think that day is ever going to come. So using it as a tool, I think is okay, because I guarantee you most people have hopped on ChatGPT for something at some point in their life. It's honestly almost as useful as Google at this point, because Google's AI is absolutely stupid. So sometimes it's just easier to hop on ChatGPT as a search engine. But I do not support someone just having AI do the majority of their work for them and they can just throw it on YouTube and get thousands of views and get paid for it. So, but yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts if you're affected by this. Obviously, it does suck for any faceless YouTube channels that are actually putting in, a lot of work for them to be demonetized or even outright deleted. That would be terrible. But there's a lot of commentary channels that I watch that used to be faceless that have actually started sprinkling in face cam shots, every once in a while, just so that I think their videos come across as more human and relatable. So I don't know. Maybe that's the direction a lot of faceless channels are going to have to go. Who knows? Time will tell. That's about all I had to say. I'll see you all in the next video.